The Du Bois County Council takes a big step towards a second park access road. Kerry Schneider makes his weekly trip to the Humane Society, and sports with Kurt Guxell. Those stories and much more are up next here on 18 WJTS News. Hello, I'm Bradford Raths. In your news, last night the Du Bois County Council approved a $30,000 appropriation for the Highway Department to begin the process of designing a second access road to the county park. The idea of a second access road for the park is something that has been thrown around for months amid concerns of emergency vehicles having difficulty entering the park area should there be an emergency during events such as the 4-H fair with only the one access road, which currently enters the park off of State Road 162. The proposed road would cost the county $375,000 including the design cost, and it would branch off of an unnamed gravel road west of the park to the east of County Road 50 East and just to the north of County Road 450 South. Du Bois County Park Board President Jason Schmidt says the appropriation for design is a good first step.
It is a work in progress, and one of the things we want to do is get started. Jason from the county, along with the commissioners, have spent a lot of time and effort on this, something that we feel is very important for us. So this is a good place to start and at least get some of the preliminary work done. And that way it'll help Jason, the Highway Department, be able to come up with a plan to be what the next step would be.
Much of the debate on the new road amongst council members during last night's meeting surrounded whether to make the new road a fully paved road, which some council members had reservations about, or to make it more of a chip and seal type road, a solution that the council as a whole seemed to have no problem with. County Council President Greg Kendall says the road will certainly be important in the event of an emergency.
Well, I think the importance is the access, to the other road so that for emergency purposes we can get people in and out. In case it needs to be done. I think another thing is that it's not a rock road. When you got residents that are involved living there also, we expect anybody putting in a development to put in a paved road. And I think we can get by with a chip and seal road that is going to be nice and not dusty for those people in this instance and save the taxpayers some money.
The road would mostly be used for emergency situations. A gate would be installed towards the end of the road near the park and would likely be locked if there are no events going on at the fairgrounds. County Engineer Jason Heil told the council that residents would have to sign a right-of-way petition before the county could begin any construction on the road. Also last night, the County Council approved a total appropriation of $75,200 for the Sheriff's Department to go towards roof work on the county jail. That figure takes into account the cost of a brand new rhino liner to put over the current roof, which Kendall says would save the county a significant amount of money versus replacing the roof, as well as the cost of repairing recent storm damage. Yesterday evening, the Jasper Utility Board held a special meeting hoping to start taking bids for the 3rd Avenue water project. The Jasper Utility Board set this meeting in hopes of hearing from the Economic Development Association concerning aid from a federal grant. However, the board did not get any information on the grant. The EDA is still waiting for their allocation from Congress for funding. At the meeting last night, the board took 2 actions. First, they will continue their pursuit of the grant. Secondly, the board returned the bids that they received unopened so that if they get the grant or not, when the utility board decides to move forward with the project, the companies that bid can resubmit their bids with any changes. The Jasper Utility Board hopes to hear from the EDA on May 10th or May 11th. The total cost of this project is estimated at $1.5 million. The grant would award the utility board $745,000, and the City of Jasper would match that grant dollar for dollar. With the next Utility Service Board meeting set for May 20th, the board is up in the air as to when they can actually get the 3rd Avenue water project underway. Wayne Sheeter, chairman of the Utility Board, explains.
It depends on a lot of factors. If we can get started, say in August or September, then perhaps they can get it finished before the bad weather sets in, excluding the paving, which would probably be done next spring. And I think that's what we're looking at either way now, because of time frame and restrictions on bid getting the bid specs put together, and then getting them out and getting the bids back and opening them and approval and all of that. So ideally, if we could get started in August or September.
Sheeter says the project is roughly 6,000 feet, stretching from just south of the German-American Insurance Building all the way out to Jasper Lumber. It will be a moving project set in tiers. The city of Jasper plans on paving the entire street in a combined project format pending the EDA grant. A Jasper man is behind bars after police responded to a complaint concerning a suspicious vehicle. Jasper police received a call just before 12:30 this morning concerning a darker colored Jeep acting suspiciously in the Maltersville area. Police say a vehicle matching that description was located driving into an apartment complex on Conrad Avenue. It was determined by police that the driver of the vehicle, 29-year-old Curtis Rogers of Jasper, was a habitual traffic violator for life. Rogers was arrested and charged with a Class C felony for driving while HTV. Rogers was lodged in the DuBois County Security Center. Coming up after the break, Kerry Schneider brings us his weekly report from the Humane Society, your local forecast, sports with Kurt Guxell, and part 1 of Inform with Indiana's 8th District Congressman Larry Bouchon. That's all coming up next here on 18 WJTS News. Local people watching local people.